So good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to your hour of live readings. It's so lovely to be back with you all. My name's, for those that haven't seen me before, my name's Kirsty Ashton, and I'm a spiritual medium. And how I tend to work is that I will bring your loved one through and then find where I'm going. Doesn't always work for me when I just pick somebody off the screen, and I only bring the loved one through first. So I hope you're all well, wherever you are in the world and whatever time of day it is. So we'll just see where we're going. I am aware of a lady that's with me, and she's feeling very motherly. Very kind lady, very gentle. Her family meant her world to her and so important to her. But she's such a lovely lady. She was always busy, she's telling me. She had a lovely sense of humour. She loved people. She made everybody feel important. Let me see. But she liked... Hi, Tammy, and hi, Jodie. Thank you for joining us. She liked people. She was a people person, but she's not telling me how she passed at the minute, but she wouldn't open up to somebody she didn't know very well. She preferred to be open up to her loved ones. So if she was ever poorly or if there was ever anything bothering her, then she would turn to them. I know who I need to speak to today. She's saying they've got a lot on the plate at the moment. So I know life is a bit busy and a bit hectic, and they've needed that little bit extra support at the moment. She's making me feel a bit breathless, so I don't know if that's with herself when she was poorly or if it's with somebody here at the moment. She's just making my chest feel that little bit tight. But she's such a kind soul, just lovely lady. She didn't wear much jewellery, but I know she did wear a necklace. And she wore a little watch as well. So hello for everybody that's just joined us. So can anybody take a mother figure that was very gentle, very kind, but very family orientated? At the moment, she's not telling me how she passed, but I know who I need to speak to has got a lot on the plate at the moment, and either linked with her or somebody here on the earth plane, somebody suffering with a tight chest and a bit of breathlessness. She didn't wear much jewellery, but I know she wore a necklace because she keeps getting me to get hold of mine. And she'd wear a little watch as well. And the month of May is very significant, whether it's for birthday, passing, or an anniversary. Right, I've got two of you, so let's see. I am drawn to Jodie, so I'll come to you, Jodie, and let me just see. I am drawn to Jodie, so I'm going to come to Jodie. Your name's standing out a lot, but if the other people just take what you can of what's being said. Jodie's name's just standing out more clearly. And I feel your nan, Jodie, she was very motherly towards you. She was very maternal. She was a mother figure to you. She was somebody that you could turn to when you needed some help and guidance, and she was just such, she was like mum. There's just that maternal love coming from her. And she's just saying that you've got a lot on your plate at the minute and you're finding it hard to switch off. She does bring a lot of healing through to you because she's saying you need it at the moment, but there's somebody around you as well that's a bit unwell, because she's saying she's aware of everything. She wants you to know that she's okay. She says, I'm not suffering anymore. I'm just back to doing what I used to do. And she used to like checking in on everybody, whether it were friends or family. She was always in the kitchen doing something, whether it were cooking or baking. And she always made too much food, she's telling me, because she goes, well, I never knew who were turning up. She'd always set an extra plate if somebody turned up. But she just liked making more food. She says it was just who she was. But she has made a birthday cake, so I know there's a birthday coming up in the next 4 weeks. Yeah, definitely better enough than not enough. And she's showing it. The candles aren't lit yet, so I do know there's a birthday coming up. She's telling me that you still have some lovely chats, so I know that she's always on your mind, especially when you need that love and support, and you like to get things off your chest to her, and she really does like that. And she loves that her memory has always been kept alive. She's saying, I did like to go bargain hunting, so when she were at the shop, she loved to get a bargain if she could. And let me see. She's just trying to bring some strength to you, Jodie, because she's saying you're not switching off at the minute and you're not sleeping properly. And she just wants things to settle down for you, because you're always there to help other people and you're always supportive to those around you. But your nan's just trying to look after you, because she loves you so much, and she just thinks the world of you. I know she didn't like a quiet house. She'd have either the TV on or the radio on for background noise. And she's telling me about watching Emmerdale. So I don't know if that's linked to her or you, but I just saw the credits for Emmerdale. But she's given me the time, 3:30, so I feel that's the significant time that you do wake up at through the night. I'll just pick a card for you, so let's see what we've got. It's this one, and it says, precious time. The fairy time wants you to experience every moment fully and to make the most of your precious time. Be mindful not to waste others' time either. And your nan's just saying that time is precious. Oh, she died at 3:30. I just saw that time so clearly. She's saying time is precious, and you've over the years realised that, and she loves that you like to make memories. And let me have a look at the card. There's a lot of pink in the card, and pink for me is for love. So that's the love that she's bringing forward to you. But there's some red, and red is, for me, it's for passion. But I feel that when you get your mind on something, you're very passionate about everything that you do in life. And she's saying about some new learning, so I feel there's something new that you've been thinking about doing. But in the background of the card, I can see like a forest and nature. And she's saying that getting outside when you can into nature, it'll just help you calm your mind. But she wants you to just keep being you. That makes sense. She wants you to keep being you, and things will settle down for you. You've got a lot of her characteristics, and you just worry so much about others. And your nan's just saying that she sends you healing because you forget about yourself, and she wants you to realize that you're important. She's handing you a yellow rose, and yellow for me is for some upliftment. And she just wants to give you the biggest hug ever. And just wants you to know that you're not on your own, and that she is with you every step of the way. And that she's always there to help. So carry on doing what you're doing. And just as she's stepping back, she's just saying that you've taken a step back from some negativity, and she's proud of you for that. So she just loves you so much, and she walks with you every day. So I'll just leave all her love with you, Jodie, and thank you for working with me. So good afternoon again, everybody. For those that have just joined, it's lovely to be back with you all. Let's see where we're going now. I've got another lady, and I know this is a grandmother. She's saying, I'm your typical grandmother. She was always doing something, but she was a character. She was a very strong lady. She's saying I was the head of the family and everybody knew it. And she got such a good sense of humour. Very, very independent, and she didn't like asking for help. And when she needed some help, it took her a while to ask for it, because she's saying, I like to do everything for everybody else. So when I needed help, she goes, I hated it, but she appreciated the help that she got. She's putting some balls of wool in front of me, so I know she'd knit like little matinee jackets and the little booties. And she's saying I could do it without even using a pattern. She was just always doing something with her hands, or reading. She liked to do like puzzle magazines and things like that. She goes, I always had to be on the go. So Angel, you can take this as your nan. Lovely lady, but I do feel you had a close relationship with her. But she was always busy. She was always here, there and everywhere, and looking after everybody else was so important to her. But I know she was the glue that kept the family together. And that meant the world to her, because she didn't like conflict or fallout. And so she passed when you were 5. And we've got Bernie as well, and Kerry. I'll just give out a little bit more information. And I know whoever this is for, there's been fallout since this lady passed. And if she was here in the present, then things would have been different. So there was changes when she passed. And she wouldn't have liked it. Do you know the fallouts? So I've got Kerry and Bernie. She's telling me she was a bit nosy as well. She says, I like to know what we're going on. So she says, I'd always have a look out at window if I heard a noise outside. And because I was a bit of a nosy neighbour, but she goes, it's just like the neighbourhood watch. And I feel they were like a group of friends, and they'd ring each other around as well when something had happened or somebody had a bit of gossip. But she's saying it was harmless. I am drawn to Bernie with this, but Kerry, if you just listen out, and if there's anything at the end, I'll come back to you. So is it okay if I try and work with you, Bernie? I know her mobility suffered later in life, so probably closer to her passing, that she did suffer with her legs because she suddenly made mine feel very heavy. But she was a fighter. She goes, I was a tough cookie. She goes, I just didn't want to give up. She was always dressed quite smart. She says, I like to make an effort with whatever I wore. She goes, that was just who I was. And she's telling me she'd hold on to furniture when she was walking around. And she's saying later in life as well, she felt the cold. But she had lovely skin as well, and she always looked after her hands. So she's saying looking nice was important to her. She says, I wasn't vain or anything like that, but I just like to make a little effort, and it made her feel good as well. But I know she liked colour as well, so whether it were like a pink cardigan or something like that, she did like to add a bit of colour. And she loved fresh flowers as well. She's showing me like a cut glass vase, and she says I always had some nice flowers in there because it were like bringing the outside in. But she's saying the colours, she's going back to colours again, and she said it brightened me up. She goes, on a glum day, she goes, if there were a bit of colour in my outfit or around the house, she goes, it always made me feel a bit better. But she's bringing some yellow around you, Bernie, because she's just saying you've needed a little bit of upliftment recently because you've had a lot to deal with. But she's saying that you're stronger than you realise. And she's bringing a lot of pink around you as well, which is for love. Because she loved her family so much, but I know she has a lot of love for you as well. She's saying that there's been a lot of stress recently, and that she's saying, talk to me more. She goes, I'm here listening. And she just wants to help everybody, as she would if she was here. She didn't wear much jewellery, but I know she'd wear her rings and a necklace, and either clip-on earrings or stud earrings. I haven't worked that one out yet. But she's saying to look out for the white feather that'll drop at your feet. And that'll be a sign from her to let you know that she is with you. Because she's such a support for everybody. But she's saying to look forwards, to enjoy all the happy memories that have passed, but to look forwards. And sometimes to take a step back when things get too much. Because she's saying that there's a bit of hassle around you at the minute, and a lot of people are struggling with her passing. But she's hoping that this just brings a bit of comfort to you. Because she's saying you felt a bit restless recently, and you're another lady that you're not sleeping the best at the moment. And she says, I'm trying to help you. She comes round on a night to check on you, and she just wants everybody to be okay. She's bringing some green around you, and that's for healing. But I feel there's others around you as well that need some healing as well. And we've just picked this card for you, and it says celebration. Get ready to let your hair down and celebrate. It's time to go out and dance and play. An invitation could be on the way. And she's just saying to you to enjoy life and shine brightly like you always do. And when you're asked to go somewhere or an invitation comes, she's saying just grab it with both hands, because she liked a little party. She goes, I like to enjoy. She made the most of everything. But she wants to celebrate you, Bernie, and for you to enjoy life and just shine as brightly as you always have done, and not. She's saying let your hair down and not get too stressed, because there is light at the end of the tunnel. And there's some gold in this card, and for me, gold is for new beginnings. So I feel there's going to be a new chapter in your life, because she's just saying to me, when one door closes, another one opens. So just look forward, carry on. Oh, sorry, I can't get my words out. Carrying on being the beautiful person that you are, and create those new happy memories for her. And she is with you every step of the way, because she's giving you the strength that you need for this new chapter of your life. But she just loves you so much. And she's giving you 2 roses. One is pink, and that's for love. And that's the love she has for you. And the other is white. And she's just bringing a lot of peace and calm around you at the moment, because she's saying you've needed it. So can I just leave her love with you, Bernie, and thank you for working with me, lovely lady. Can I just come back to Kerry quickly? I think it was Kerry. I know you could take still a lot of that, and that there is a lot going on around you at the moment. So I've just been made aware of that, and you need to, I'm being told that you need to stop doubting yourself and putting yourself down, and just to stand up tall and be proud of who you are. And as I said to Bernie, there is light at the end of the tunnel. I picked this card for you, and it says pure intention. The fairy of manifestation will help you to use your wishes wisely. Manifest your heart's desire with pure intention and for the highest good. And the fairy in the card, she's stood in nature, so I know being able to get outside, that does help you. And it helps to settle you, calm your mind. But there's a lot of gold in the card, and that's for new beginnings and a new chapter. And I know I gave that to Bernie, but I need to give that to you as well. And your nan's saying to, don't be scared of a fresh start. And don't be scared of doing new things in life, because you're ready to do what you want to do. And when that door closes, another one opens. And to just move forward with it, because she's helping you every step of the way. But just be proud of how far you've come in life. And she loved having you around and spending time with you. Because she's saying as a child you were always very curious about everything. And she's giving you a buttercup and holding it under your chin. So I know that was something that you did as a child. But she just wants to help you so much. And she's just bringing all the colours of the rainbow around you to just give you a boost. She's bringing some blue for the calmness and the ocean. So I feel you like listening to the water if you're by the sea and things like that. The yellow for upliftment. She's saying you just need a boost at the minute. And the yellow, I just said the yellow, for pink for love. She's saying to love yourself as much as she loves you. And she just wants to help you on your journey and just bring through all the love and kindness that you need. And don't carry anybody else's problems with you. And she's just making me aware that in the past that like toxic people have got to you, but you've been strong and dealt with that and moved forward. So she just wants to let you know how much that she does love you and that she is always there with you. And I need to give you a birthday in September as well. And there's either a birthday passing or anniversary in February as well. So I'll just leave her love with you, Kerry, and thank you for working with me. So good afternoon. I'm glad you could take the dates. Good afternoon, everybody, for those that have just joined us from wherever you are in the world. It's lovely to be here with you all. I have got a man with me now, and he's feeling very fatherly, but he is a joker. He's got, oh, you're so welcome, Kerry. I hope it helped. He's got a great sense of humour. He was a hard worker. He says, I wasn't scared of rolling my sleeves up. And he worked hard for his family. He was a family man. I know he suffered with either his heart or his lungs, because all of a sudden I just got like a pain in my chest and it went very tight. So I know that's something he passed with, or an illness that he had in life. I feel he were quite tall. It's making me sit up, wanting to sit up straight. So no link to him. There is some military connections. If it's not with him, it's somebody that's close to him. It's showing me a watch, and it had a black leather, looks like a black leather strap. He just wants to make everybody laugh. He had such a sense of humour and everybody loved him. Nobody had a bad word to say about him, and let's just... I am drawn to Bernadette, so if everybody else could listen out, but I am going to go to Bernadette first. I'm just strongly getting drawn to your name. Is it okay if I try and work with you, Bernadette? He's such a funny man, your dad. He just wants to make you laugh and bring some upliftment around you, because he's saying life's been a bit of a battle recently and there's been that much going on. And there were things that he'd sought if he was here physically. And he was such a kind man. He had a heart of gold, but I know you were his... He's saying however old you got, you were still his little girl, and that's how he treated you. But I know you had quite a good relationship with him as well. He's saying, I did like my food as well. I'm sorry to hear that. He said, I did like my food. I did have a bit of a sweet tooth as well. So I know he always had a stash of sweets or something wherever he was. You could talk to your dad about anything. And he's saying you still can. He does come around you a lot, and he moves things around your house. So if you ever put something down and it suddenly disappears, it's just your dad playing games. He says, I just keep trying to get her attention to let her know that I'm there and that it's still looking out for you from the spirit side. It just keeps showing me different bags of sweets and chocolate and cakes and things like that. They always like to make me hungry. And I feel at some point as well that he's turned either the telly on or off, and you've had some flickering lights as well. But he's trying to help you move forward. And just deal with everything that comes your way. Because you've actually had to find your inner strength recently to deal with everything that you've been going through. And he says, I keep giving you that little bit extra of my strength to help you along the way. But it's trying to help to calm your mind as well, because with everything that's been going on, he's just making me feel a bit anxious. So I feel at times that's how you feel. And he's giving you a notebook and pen, and he's saying to write down your notes, how you're feeling at the end of the day, to try and get things out of your mind, because he's hoping that you sleep a little better soon. Because he's saying you keep hearing little noises and things like that, and he just wants everything to calm down for you. He's giving you a bag of sherbet lemons, but it's not telling me why. He's just laughing, and I need to give you October as a significant month, either for a birthday, passing, or an anniversary. He's saying to try and write down again, to just try and help you. But just keep talking, because he loves the daily updates and everything about what's going on in life. There's somebody around you at the moment that needs some healing, and he's sending that their way. But he's saying that you just think so much of other people, but to start thinking of yourself. And because you're stronger than you realize, but it's time to, he's saying, add you into the mix, and to think of you now, and to help you move forwards. I know you'll always be grieving, you'll always miss them, but they're just trying to help you. There's so much loving spirit for you. And I know you look through old photographs as well, so you just showed me a load of photographs. So if you're not looking at photos on your phone, I feel you've been looking at photographs as well. And your dad's saying he approves of the picture you've got of him, but he is laughing, so you never knew when to take him seriously or not at times. But he's glad you're remembering the happy memories. And he's saying, I sit with you when you look at all the old photographs, because he liked to look down memory lane as well. I'll just pick a card for you. And it's this one. It says journey. It's time to prepare for a journey. It may be impromptu or planned. Either way, make sure you're ready when the time comes. Pack your passport now. And life is a journey. We're always on this journey. And it's been a big journey for you recently with everything that you've been going through. And it's been a healing journey as well for you, because there's a lot of green in the card, and that's just the healing that's coming your way. I know your dad liked to spend time in nature, and in this card there is nature in the background. So he's saying that when things get too much for you, just go and stand outside and listen to the birds or things around you. But he does try and leave signs for you. And I know that I gave a white feather earlier, but your dad's saying to look out for the white feathers and the butterflies. But he's so proud of you. He is. And he's saying keep doing what's best for you, but to take the trip that you had planned, because it will help you. I need to give you January as a significant month as well. And he's giving you a blue flower. And I know it's significant, but I'm not very good with flowers. I can tell you a carnation and a rose, and that's as far as I go. But he's handing you a blue flower and a proper hanky, because he's saying he keeps wiping those tears away. But he's just bringing that love and that humour around you to let you know that he is with you. And I know that you feel him around you. And just keep doing your best, because your best is all you can ever do. So I'll just leave all his love with you, Bernadette, and thank you so much for working with me. It was a pleasure to bring your dad through for you. Oh, you're welcome, Bernadette. And I'm going to say good evening, good afternoon to everybody that's just joined us today. I've got a man with me, and he's feeling very grandfatherly, but he's stood with a fishing rod. He was a hard worker, but he's showing me in trousers and a shirt, but he's got the sleeves rolled up, and he always had a proper hanky in his pocket. And I get the smell of Brill cream. So I know he'd use that on his hair. He's saying when he had more hair. So I feel his hair did thin out intact with age, but he's not. But he liked the peacefulness of fishing. He liked being out in nature, because he's saying sometimes he just says, I just had to get out of the house when all the chit chat were going on. He was a supportive man and he looked after his family. But he's saying when everybody got talking, I just need to either go for a walk or go fishing. I just liked that peace and quiet. And he would always... He had a good knowledge as well. He always, if he didn't know something, he'd look it up. That just how he was. Did your dad like being out in nature, Mary? So I just know there's a link to being in nature and peacefulness, because he was a family man, but he says I did like to get out as well. So could you take everything else that I'd said, Mary? And I always read the paper as well, the same front to back. I didn't miss anything out. That makes sense with just what you've said, Mary. Is it okay if I try and work with you? Because when he was at work, he was such a hard worker, and he was very brainy. He's saying sometimes I knew things and didn't even know how I knew it. He just picked things up very quickly. And he enjoyed he's saying him reading the paper with him having me time. And he's just saying that you're always busy, you're always there for others and looking after everybody. And you need to find that bit of me time, even if it's just going for a piece of cake and a cup of coffee. Because you always put everybody first, and he's saying that's admirable. But there's been things going on in life, and he just wants you to take a little time for you. Because he's saying you tire him out watching what you do on a day-to-day basis. But he is laughing, and I know he did have a good sense of humour. But I feel like my head could explode, so I feel that you've had a lot on your mind recently. And you're finding it hard to switch off. But he's giving you a book to read, and he's saying that might help. So I don't know if you're a reader, but he's giving you a pile of novels. He's saying to read before you go to bed, and it'll help you sleep better. Oh, and he's telling me he liked to do the crossword as well. But you, because of how much he liked nature and being outdoors, he passed that on to you. Because you like to just get out there and get a bit of fresh air, look at the birds and listen to what's going on in the world out in nature. And he's saying he's always with you when you're on those walks. I do feel there's some dogs in spirit as well, either linked to him or to yourself. Because I can just feel some dogs jumping around my feet. Because I know that you're an animal lover. Let's see. He's been quite cryptic with me. He's telling me how much he loved the Sunday dinner. He liked his food. When you've just put, we had dogs growing up, he's saying they're all back with him now. And he's enjoying going for those walks with them. And he says, I'm looking after them. And he had an affinity to animals and they got drawn to him. Let me see. He's on about being punctual. So I feel with him, he didn't like lateness. He liked people to be on time, and he didn't he didn't like waiting around for things. He's saying that there's something you need to get off your chest at the moment, but you don't like upsetting people. He's saying that you're holding on to something. You're the punctual one. I knew it was with one of you. And you don't like waiting around for people. Because he's like looking at a watch and going like this, but family to him were everything, and if he could have done anything for you, he would. And I know that you could turn to him with anything. You needed to get something off your chest or just for some advice. He was always there. And with just what you've put, is saying that you've got the weight of the world on your shoulders. And he's just trying to help you and support you and help resolve matters. He's saying that he's doing what he can from spirit, and he just wants you now to focus on you and to look after yourself. He's sending an abundance of healing. Because he's sending it for yourself, but I feel there's somebody close to you as well that needs some healing. He says he's glad that you've got some good friends around you, some people that you can lean on for advice. It does come around you a lot. And he wants you to keep talking to him. You've got a lot of love in spirit, so much love there for you, and just keep talking. And he's trying to help lessen the burden, he's saying. I've picked this card for you and it says transformation. This fairy tells you to surrender to a transformation in your life that's happening for your highest good. Embrace your transformation. The best is yet to come. And there's a lot of pink in the card, and that's for love, and that's the love that you've got in spirit. There's some purple in the card, and that's a spiritual colour for me. And it's to help you on your spiritual path. In the background, there's nature, and your dad's just bringing the nature to you. And he's just saying to take time outside and try and de-stress while going for a walk or just sitting outside. There's 3 butterflies. Oh wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 8 butterflies in the card. I need to give you butterflies anyway, but I need to give you the number 8, and so that could be the 8th of a month, or it could be the 8th month, which would be August. But I remember you saying you're a family of 8, so I think that it's linked to that as well. But there's a lot of light and like fairy lights in the card, and your dad's just saying to follow the guiding light and to keep looking forward, and what is meant to happen will happen. But he just wants to look out for you and look after you, and to carry on leaning on the people that are there to help and support you, and just to don't take on other people's problems, to just look out for you. And he's giving you a big piece of cake. He's saying enjoy that while you've got your feet up and watching something nice on TV. And he's just got a lot of love to give you, and he just wants to give you a big bear hug, and just remember that he's there to support you. And he checks on everything on a night before you go to sleep, because I know sleep's a problem at the moment, and he just wants you to have a good night's sleep as well, because he's saying that he liked his sleep but is laughing. So I'll just leave his love with you, Mary, and thank you for working with me. Right, I've just got time for a quick reading. Oh, you're welcome, Mary, and I hope it helps. I have got a lady with me. This lady's got a good sense of humour. She's very positive, but I feel this lady was a friend. I know she passed with a cancerous condition, because all of a sudden I just feel very sick. But she was a fighter. She liked to just get on with things. She just battled through. But friendships meant everything to her, because she always treated her friends like they were family. Oh, Jennifer. This lady, Jennifer, I'm going to work with Jennifer, Amanda, because I feel this isn't on a friendship link. But just know your mum is around you and with you. You had a good friendship with this lady, Jennifer, and you were a huge support to each other, but you were always there for her when she needed it. She's saying you had lots of laughs together, and she still kept laughing even when she was poorly. She still had that sense of humour and positivity. She was your aunt. I just knew there was that friendship there. But you were a huge support to her when she needed it, and especially when she got her diagnosis and everything, because she always put everybody first, and you weigh. She's saying at the minute you've got the weight of the world on your shoulders, and she just wants you to help you through it. And she does come around you a lot, and she's just bringing that bubbly, happy energy around you. They like to give. She's giving you the biggest slab of chocolate cake, because she's saying chocolate can solve anything. Ah, okay. It makes sense why she's coming through. And she had a sweet tooth, and she's just bringing some chocolate cake around you, and I feel that you shared many a slice of cake together. And she's so appreciative of everything that you have done for her and the family. Life hasn't been easy recently, she's saying, but she just comes around you a lot to help. And she's bringing you some fish and chips at the seaside, so I feel that you've shared fish and chips together at the coast, and you both like the sea air. I need to give you the month of May as a significant month. And she's telling me how much she liked Christmas. She's saying, I like to go all out at Christmas. But she's raising a glass to you just to say cheers to you. And she wants to celebrate you for everything that you've done. And that everything you did for her, but you've carried on doing for her as well, even after she passed. I've just picked a card. And I've got this card for you. And it says flourish. The lotus flower fairy tells you to learn from experience and shed your inner light on any unclear areas of your life or those of others. And she's just trying to get you to be proud of who you are and just to shine your light brightly, because there's been so much going on at the moment, and she's just trying to make life that little bit easier for you. There's a lot of green in the card, and that's for healing. So I know you need some healing at the minute, but there's also a lot of people around you that need healing. She's giving you a pink rose, and there's something significant about that. But there's some pink flowers in the picture as well, and that's for love from her, from spirit. There's white in the card, and that's for peace, and that's for peace that you need at the moment. But she's saying stop doubting yourself, because you're stronger than you realise. And she just wants to celebrate you, because life has been a bit hard. And you're stronger than you realise. And she just wants you to keep looking forward now. And she's trying to open a new door for you, but she's saying that you just doubt yourself a little. But she's saying when you're ready, there's new learning to come. And you've got an exciting journey ahead of you. But she's proud of how you look after you and the family. And I know I gave it as a evidence earlier, but I know you look at old photographs as well of all the memories that you had together. But she's saying when things get on top of you, just go to a special place that you had, or go to the coast and just listen to the sea, and she'll be there with you every step of the way. But I'll just leave her love with you. Sorry, it's a short message, Jennifer. She is with you every day, and she's trying to leave signs to you as well, just to let you know that she is with you. I'll just pick a card for everybody because it is 3 o'clock now. I hope that helped you, Jennifer. So this is a message for everybody. I'm sorry I couldn't get round more of you. And it's this card, moderation. Is there something you know you shouldn't be eating? Try to eat mindfully and healthily, although fairies say a little bit of what you fancy is fine. And I'm just taking away the word moderation, because in life, everything, a little bit of what you fancy does you good. And to enjoy life, there's a lot of green in the card. And as I've said earlier, that's for healing. And I know there's a lot of people here and around you that do need the healing at the moment. But there's a table and it's got lots of settings, and it's just saying to surround yourself with all those that you love, and to look back at those happy memories. There's some purple in the card, and it's spiritual colour for me. So enjoy your spiritual journeys, but just shine your light brightly and just look forward on your journey, because we're never alone. And there's a lot of lights in this card. So when there's always light at the end of the tunnel, but just enjoy your spiritual journey and to look forward, because there's a lot of people in spirit that are helping you. All your loved ones are always there with you. So I'll just say thank you to everybody who has been here this evening. It's been afternoon. I keep getting times of day wrong. And I'll be back with you again next week at the same time at 2 o'clock. But just remember that spirit is everywhere, and they walk beside you every day, and that you're never alone. So I'll see you all again soon, and bye for now.